Coming up on 6:59, good morning to you. I'm John Purvis.
And I'm Kajal Dashi. It's Friday, December 11th. We're clearly excited it's Friday.
Yeah.
Let's check in with meteorologist Brad Montgomery for a look at our weather. And Brad, I saw people wearing shorts, and now tomorrow I hear we have to whip out the jackets.
You do. I actually put the Christmas lights up yesterday. Someone's saying they should do it today because it's going to be mild again. The changes, though, coming in time for the weekend, as you mentioned. Taking a live look outside, it's really not bad out there this morning. We did beat that record yesterday by 1 degree, 74. The old record, 73. Today, more 70s. Right now, 50 Southwest University. Pretty shot with the sun shining on the Franklins there. You see the radar is quiet for us here locally. The radar satellite, that's our system right there right now in California. That's going to bring those big changes for your weekend. Right now out at the airport, 51 degrees for us here in El Paso. No wind chill to speak of. Downwind of the Franklins, a little bit milder this morning. 35 for you in Las Cruces. Still need the jacket out that way. Forecast for today, 73. It will be windy, though, this afternoon ahead of that system. Southwest winds 20 to 30 for you in Las Cruces. One more mild day, 72 windy as well. Southwest winds 20 to 30. We'll talk more about those weekend changes and how long those changes will stick around beyond the weekend coming up.
Brad, thank you. It's time to help you beat the traffic. Taking a look at roadways in East El Paso this morning. Roads looking great. Seeing nothing but green on your screen and no new accidents to report on. Let's keep the roads looking this way on your Friday morning. We'll have another update on traffic for you in 10 minutes. A man is dead after being hit by a car in northeast El Paso. It happened just after 6:30 last night on Dyer near Hondo Pass. El Paso police have yet to give us any information, but KFOX14 spoke to a witness who was first on the scene. He says the man who was hit was wearing dark clothing. He also claims the man wasn't anywhere near a crosswalk.
I seen the man fall and he started rolling. I turned around. I came up to the gentleman, and when I came to the gentleman, his eyes were already open. So I kind of knew that he was deceased at that time.
Dyer between Hondo Pass and Maxwell was closed in both directions as special traffic investigators processed the scene.
We have new information this morning about a continuing mystery on Guadalupe Peak. The Federal Aviation Administration now says searchers found what appears to be the tail section of a small plane. They found it about a mile from where there was a fire near the peak. As KFOX14 has reported, emergency personnel originally suspected a small plane had crashed, but they couldn't find any evidence of a plane near the fire. A helicopter crew spotted the new wreckage, but because of rough terrain, ground crews were not able to reach the area and confirm what the helicopter crew saw. They hope to continue the search today. In overnight news, there are no survivors after a medical helicopter crashed in Central California. The Skylife helicopter was flying from Portersville to Bakersfield when it lost contact. A couple of hours later, searchers discovered a large debris field near where the helicopter was last tracked. We don't know yet what caused the crash, but there was heavy fog and rain in the area. A pilot, nurse, paramedic, and patient were all on board. New this morning, someone robs a GameStop in West El Paso at gunpoint. The GameStop is located near Wrestler and Red Road. The armed robber struck just after 9 last night. El Paso police are still looking for the man. They say he had a black revolver. Investigators describe the suspect as in his 20s, about 6 feet tall with a medium build. He was wearing a white T-shirt, blue jeans, and a bandana when he robbed the store. If you have any information about this crime, call El Paso police.
Another holiday season is here, and the Christmas light tradition in East Ridge continues. KFOX14 Morning News reporter Selena Madrigal shows us what some people in the neighborhood are doing differently this year. Selena?
The East Ridge neighborhood is known in the borderland for its elaborate Christmas displays. People drive by this area every year just to see the lights. Now, these lights just turned off a couple of minutes ago, but when they were on, you could see that the lights were even more bright and colorful, and that is because they are LED lights. Some East Ridge residents are making the switch from your typical incandescent lights to LED for many reasons. With a tradition that has lasted more than 50 years, the people who live in this area need their lights to last as long as possible. Incandescent bulbs last hundreds of hours, while LED bulbs last between 25 and 75,000 hours. They're also a lot more energy efficient. LED lights use up to 90% less energy. East Ridge resident Annette De Jesus says that's the main reason she made the switch this year.
The other lights that we were putting out there, just the regular Christmas lights, it was costing about $400 a month for just the month of December. So, and then you have all the cords and everything. So I thought, well, it would be better if we switched to battery operated, and maybe we'll see a difference in the price.
Another benefit of LED lights they don't produce as much heat, so your lights could be on for hours and still be cool to the touch. Reporting live in East El Paso, Selena Madrigal, the KFOX14 Morning News.
Lawmakers who've received classified FBI briefings on the San Bernardino shootings are now sounding the alarm. They say it's possible the two killers used encrypted communications to avoid detection. Kajal has the details on this trending story.
Terror groups are now perfecting the use of encrypted communications. They're chopping up their conversations into a jumble by mathematical algorithms. And government officials say they're doing a pretty good job. The Islamic extremists have their own brand of encryption technology. It's called Mujahideen Secrets 2. It was developed or modified by supporters of Al-Qaeda. Experts are saying it helps terrorists communicate secretly. There's even a mobile version of the encryption technology. According to Site Intelligence, it provides updates on news and propaganda with videos. The jihadi websites publish tutorials with instructions telling militants how to hide their tracks online and which apps to use for the most secrecy.
They provide pretty sophisticated guidelines on what kind of technology to use, what to talk about, how not to get their communications intercepted.
Terrorists can also make their text disappear on the Telegram app. It's programmed to self-destruct in a few seconds. And the investigation into the San Bernardino shooting has led to a nearby lake. Dive teams are searching a lake located in a park just a few miles from the site of last week's attack. And according to law enforcement sources, the divers are likely looking for items the killers may have ditched, and they believe a hard drive might be down there. It was missing from a computer they recovered.
It is 7:05, and right now, this is a live look from Kazakhstan. After spending 141 days in orbit, NASA astronaut Kjell Lindgren and two more from Japan's Aerospace Exploration Agency undocked from the International Space Station and arrived back home on Earth. Here you can see them being welcomed back to Earth. Now they're calling family and friends using a satellite phone. And we have new video for you now as well. It shows the rocket leaving the ISS earlier this morning. They landed back on Earth just about an hour ago. Next, the trio will be replaced by a British astronaut, a Japanese cosmonaut, and NASA's Tim Kopra. The U.S. Navy's newest combat ship is under fire for its name. The new ship was commissioned as the USS Jackson. The Navy says the ship was named for Jackson, Mississippi. The city itself is named for former President Andrew Jackson. And that's where the controversy starts. Andrew Jackson's legacy faces new scrutiny, especially his questionable treatment of African Americans and Native Americans. Civil rights activists call honoring Jackson appalling and a step backward. They want the Navy to change the ship's name. The Secretary of the Navy says the ship honors the bond between the U.S. military and Jackson, Mississippi. A young U.S. soldier in Afghanistan wrapped his head in a scarf and walked away.
I'm going, good grief, I'm over my head. Suddenly, it just really starts to sink in that, I really did something bad.
The explanation Sergeant Bo Bergdahl gives for leaving behind his fellow soldiers.
And packing for the plane, the popular holiday gift that is now being banned on 3 major airlines. Brad?
And a live look outside this morning. Plenty of high clouds out there. Mild for today. 50 right now, Southwest University. The big changes coming tomorrow. We'll detail what those are in the KFOX 14 Morning News. It's coverage you can count on.